Welcome everyone. Welcome to purplelunarose Tarot and Astrology. Tonight I'm going to be reading for the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. I am looking at the week of February 25th through March 2nd, and you do have several cosmic influences mixed in with this very exciting leap day, February 29th. This is going to make for a very lucky week, and we did talk about that on Sunday night. So if you guys missed that, I do recommend watching that video so you don't miss out on some lucky opportunities coming your way. Don't forget, we are multi streaming 3 different platforms: YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, all at the same time. And I can see all of your comments. Timestamps will be put in after the live stream is over. I do have a couple of announcements. Yesterday, I announced the date wrong for our March Twin Flame Current Energy Update. So that is going to be this Saturday. This Saturday, February 23rd. I'm so sorry. I'm messing it up again. Friday, guys. It's the 23rd, Friday. So I hope you guys can join us. I did already set it. You can go over and hit the notify me button. And I promise to be there at 8 o'clock. Let's see. Also, Sunday night. So the following Sunday, I'm going to be doing the March transit. So I know I thought I lost a week, but it's just because I'm always trying to be a week ahead. And I just wanted to clear that up. So Friday, 8 p.m., the March Twin Flame Current Energy Update. It is posted. You can hit that notify me button. And then Sunday, I will post for the astrology report, and we will talk about all of the transits for March. I also want to mention really quickly, we have Chiron. I talked about it yesterday. Yesterday was the 19th. Chiron went conjunct with the North Node in Aries. Many of us are feeling this energy. We've been feeling this energy before it actually came into a conjunction. And as it's here now, it definitely feels very heavy. I talked about Chiron and how Chiron represents your um, wounded, I almost said wounded warrior, but it's your wounded healer, right? It's what you're healing in this lifetime. It's interesting because as I was getting ready for the fire signs, the energy was definitely very heavy. I feel like it's always kind of heavy for fire signs. I mean, sorry, water signs, because it's emotional, right? It's how you feel about things. Like yesterday, we did fire signs, and it was very passionate energy. It was very like a forceful type of energy. Masculine energy is really strong a lot of times in the fire signs. Water signs, it's more feminine energy, and it's more of that nurturing self-care type of energy. And what happens when I'm reading for the water signs, if you guys haven't dealt with your things, if you're not like bringing these emotions to the surface, if you're trying to like suppress them and hold them down, what happens when I get ready to read for you guys is they come to the surface, right? Everything comes to the surface. And it's not always like emotions as in sadness or tears. I feel like today it was that warrior type of energy, which I know we kind of, put with Aries type of energy, but it does feel like there is this emotional fight going on right now. Let me know if you guys feel that or if you can understand what I'm trying to say. So yeah, some challenging energies. Michelle asked me today, she said, when we talk about the March transits, is it going to get better? She was like, is it going to, get lighten up? And I was like, no, absolutely not. I know you guys want me to lie to you and come out here and tell you it's going to get so much better. No, it's going to keep building. The intensity is going to keep building all the way until April 8th when we have that solar eclipse. Now, ask me what's going to happen after the solar eclipse. All right, let's start collective reading first. For water signs, I've pulled out the Black Moon astrology cards. That's what we're going to use for energy of the week. I pulled out the energy cards for the main spread, and I pulled out the Secret Traveler for guidance. For our collective, we're going to use the Blessed Bee cards because, well, just because we all need some blessings, right? Yes. It does, Michelle, definitely. It feels like it's building to a peak, is what I would say. And see, I studied this energy last year when I was making that calendar. We have a 2024 moon calendar over on my website, guys. Link is always in the description box. Um, but it shows you like all the different moon transits, all the different moon phases. Yeah, just very helpful digital calendar over on my new website. But when I was studying to make that calendar, when I was looking at all the different charts for the different moon phases and all the next 12 months, right, or the next, for 2024, I definitely could see that there's this peak, there's this buildup. If you guys remember correctly, I told you in January when Mercury went direct, I said this is really good energy, but it doesn't mean that things are going to be easier. It doesn't mean that the challenges are just going to go away. It just means that we have extra drive, extra clarity, understanding to be able to move up this hill. Because from January to April, it definitely feels like an uphill, and it's not just up any hill, y'all. Like it feels like the end of something or like the pinnacle of something. So it's like the steepest part of this hill. You see what I'm trying to say? And it's like, yeah. And I don't know about you guys, but like for me personally, I'm tired. I don't know. I'm just really, really, really tired. I would say that the self-care is definitely what we're supposed to be doing right now. And most likely when we're on this journey, if you remember correctly, the self-care was the first thing. Remember the first thing. Remember when you were in dark night of the soul? For me, my dark night of the soul was in the bottom of a vodka bottle. So, it was pretty deep down in there. And when you're down there, it's like when you start to come out of that energy, um that's kind of, I don't know, I feel like I can't find the right words to explain it. um it's just heavy and it feels like we're transmuting so much energy, we're just converting so much energy. It just feels exhausting sometimes. I do feel like that April 8th is like a point of something, like something big, right? And I feel like we all feel it coming. There's a lot of people out here that are like, it's doomsday, right? Doomsday, the end of the world. No, y'all, it's not. You know how it's not, because it's like you can, I don't know, it's just not. I feel like there's gonna be big changes, right? Big changes and transformations happening all over everything, at this time. But I think it's for the good. It's for the good. And also, it's my birthday month. And also, I'm going to be 44 this year. So it's like, this has to be a good month, y'all. I don't know. I just feel like the astrology, it gets lighter after that solar eclipse. It's not lighter, it's just less intense, not so many, less forceful, I guess you could say. And it definitely feels like, and really honestly, this week that we're talking about, March 25th through, I'm sorry, have mercy. Is it Mercury retrograde? And I just don't know. But February 25th through March 2nd is actually the beginning of this lift, right? Like where it starts to like lift up type of energy. It's definitely been very heavy, because remember I said this isn't even actually like the beginning of the year, right? Like this is actually the end of the year. If we use the right calendar with the 13 months like we're supposed to, this would be the end of the year, and the end of March, beginning of April would be the beginning of the next year, right? Like when spring comes in and all the flowers start to bloom and everything comes back to life, right? So it's like, of course, that's when the energy is going to pick up, right? Right now, we're just at like the last stretch, and it just feels exhausting. But for all of us who are still standing, right, because we have no choice, I don't know, pat yourselves on the back, right? Like it's amazing what we're doing, and it's like so many of you don't even realize what you're doing. You just know you're tired, right? All right, let's timestamp 10 even. Wow. Collective. That's going to mean something, right? I just said it feels like we're getting to some 10 or completions. Completions. All right, take some deep breaths with me. It helps sometimes. One more. All right, a blessing of protection. 25, it comes out masculine energy. A blessing of the air comes out feminine energy. And a blessing to bring clarity comes out. It's number 35. And that's actually 23. 23, 35, and 2. And look at this on the bottom. How interesting. A blessing for good men and fathers. And there's something about the purple that's sticking out to me on the blessing of protection. It could be about protecting. Purple is like royalty. It's not that though. Like abundance. It's not that either. It's the journey. Blessing of protection on their journey. So this is going to be their twin journey. It's almost like I'm getting protection for themselves. There's a 10. 10 of Wands comes out. Heavy burdens. The 6 of Swords comes out, being guided. The 9 of Wands comes out. Seeing something from a different perspective. Not giving up on something. Again, protecting something. Because the 9 of Wands is normally that card where they build the wall, right? Like to protect. And there's 10 people total. Ooh, how interesting, the 10s. Hi, April. So, okay, I feel like there's, you know how you normally in the Rider-Waite, you see the 9 of Wands and it's like she's standing in front of this wall that she's built. It's all the 9 wands behind her. And it's like what she's protecting is like her property or like what belongs to her, right? It's definitely that type of energy coming out for masculine. I'm going to take the 10 of Cups or the 10 of Chalices for blessing of the air coming out for divine feminine. We're struggling with emotional contentment right now, definitely. I'm getting in trouble for not saying none of the things. Okay, I'll say the things. All right, so 10 of Cups comes out, the King of Wands comes out, and the Knave of Cups comes out. For the blessing of the air, it definitely gave me right away like clarity, understanding, communication. But I'm getting like this vision of like something being able to go quickly and smoothly because there's like nothing in its way. So it's like information able to travel, communication able to travel, whatever it is. It's like nothing's blocking it type of energy. King of Wands is about being confident in something, being courageous. And here it is. Ready? Um, I'm gonna move. For one, I'm gonna move to like Alaska, I think maybe, or Canada, or I don't know, somewhere like where people don't know who I am, and then I'll be able to talk about this journey like so openly, and it won't bother me at all, right? um, okay, so I'm just tired of standing out here on my own. Okay, so I had this guy one time say this comment to me. Um, just not a good person. Not one of my better relationships. But say something like he was going to toss me to the wolves, right? And then just let me go out and figure it out. One of these guys that thinks like they do everything for you, but you've been having to do everything for them, right? It's like one of these people. And when you get tired of doing for them, they're like, oh, well, I'm just going to throw you out there. And here's the thing, like, I lead the pack of wolves, okay? I'm not scared, right? It's not about standing out here because I'm scared to stand out here or because I can't protect myself out here. I'm just tired. That's it. Like, I'm just tired of having to stand out here and do the things. And I'm also tired of standing out here and doing the things and watching other people not have to do the things. All right, a blessing to bring clarity. The Hierophant is here. It's about our spiritual beliefs, the spiritual path that we're on. It's also about protecting something and watching over something carefully. We have the Five of Wands. Yes, it's challenging, but Spirit says we're prepared. We also have the Three of Wands. This is all for our future or brighter future, right? And it's also that we can heal that Three of Swords. The Hierophant is the only major arcana Taurus energy. On the bottom is Four of Swords, a blessing in disguise. I feel like that's really the message that Spirit has been giving me over and over. We don't necessarily like the message, but how's it go? It is what it is, right? All right, let's do some head, heart, and higher self. All right, I gotta stop. Okay, so if I say we don't necessarily like the message, but if I told you, like if someone set me down, like if I could sit with Jesus and we could sit down at my kitchen table and he could be like, Rosa, if you just do this work for just a little while, I promise everything's gonna be okay. And you're gonna heal this shit. And you're never gonna go back to these asshole people again. And you're never gonna let people treat you this way again. I'd be like, oh my gosh, okay, are you sure? Let's do it, right? But we, sit me down, show me. What do they say? Make it make sense, right? I guess that's the faith over fear, I suppose. All right, and the headspace, second house assets. Masculine is thinking about money, thinking about assets, resources. Third house perception is in the heart space. It is about seeing something from a different perspective. I do feel like that's going to be a message from masculine to feminine, asking them to see something from a different perspective. The numinous is here. It's the mystery card. It's ESP, psychic abilities. I feel like the masculine energy has been tapping into their abilities, like very powerfully. So it's almost like they can reach out, touch someone. I wonder if we did that, not knowing we were doing that. Like, I wonder if divine feminine. I mean, it's going to be a yes. All right. 10th house reputation comes out. I don't think it's reputation. I think it's work, career, where you're going. Something else that I'm trying not to say, but I'm going to say it. The reputation. Clearly, I'm going through something over here, right? Clearly. But we don't quit. We don't just like lay down and go, oh, it's too hard, or he hurt me, I'm mad. No, we keep going, right? Like there's a goal. Capricorn, the boss, is here again. Message from divine feminine to divine masculine. I feel like it's something about bossing up. I feel that, like, step up to the plate, do the work, do the things. Stop falling down, right? But I mean, I just fell down too, so I mean, whatever. um, but it is this. The sign is definitely sticking out to me, the Capricorn. All right, opposition is here, balance. I do see the mirror. I do feel like we are trying to find balance in the journey that we're on now. It does feel, I don't know if you guys can see the picture, but it does kind of feel like we're just on the verge of something, or on the edge of something. Leo, the lover, is on the bottom. Did you get my message? It means a great deal to me when you're in my corner. I never expected any of this to happen. I need you to stay is on the bottom. Let's talk about this one right here. It means a great deal to me when you're in my corner. That's actually me. I actually said that. And it does mean a great deal to us. Counterpart energy. We do care what they think, whether we want to or not. And it is important. I feel like there's clearly something happening in the energy that we should be supporting each other at this time in the best way possible. I'm going to tell you guys a story really quickly. I went with my daughter and my future daughter-in-law to get her nails done today. She's the one that's expecting, and I'm just so excited, so excited. Send her good vibes, y'all. Positive, good vibes. I just know she's gonna have the most beautiful, beautiful baby. But we were sitting there and she was getting her nails done. She took me to this place. It's in the town next to us, and it's a beautiful nail salon. I mean, they have everything, like the little chairs for the feet, you know what I mean? It's like went all the way around. There was plants everywhere. It looked super beautiful. And the people were very, very nice, and we're sitting there and it's really quiet. There's music playing on this little TV. But it's very like elegant type of place. It had these beautiful chandeliers, like 3 big, beautiful chandeliers hanging down in this building. And we're sitting in there super quiet, and all of a sudden this man walks in. And the people that work there immediately start saying his name. How do I do that? Okay, so let's say the twin's name is John, right? And so all of a sudden, like, you hear the one guy go, "Oh, hi, John, hi, John, hi, John," and the other lady's like, "Oh, hi, John, hi, John, hi, John," And so it was so quiet, right? And here we are, me and my daughter-in-law sitting here, the only people in here. And this man comes in, and we have to hear, this, "Hi, John, hi, John, hi, John." But mind you, it's my person's name, right? Like the person that woke me. So I'm not trying to like be mean or nothing, but I mean, I'm not being like whatever, but they're Chinese, so sometimes they're hard to understand. So I asked him, I said, are you saying, and then I said the name, John, and they said, yes, like John Tyson, and I was like, yeah, I get it. And so I looked at my daughter-in-law and I was like, I just wanted to point this out to you because I'm going to start pointing this out more often. Like, I want to show people how often this happens to me, like on a regular basis, right? It's like you can't get away from the journey. The joke the man made gave me the, like impression of like a boxing ring. And so, yeah, it means a great deal to me when you're in my corner. All right, let's do Divine Feminine to Divine Masculine. I'm ready. Let's go. I'm trying to move forward. Was I wrong for trying to move on? Feminine energy is on the move, right? Clearly. I mean, look at all the cards in here. And why do I matter so much is on the bottom. All right, let's do the Sacred Traveler. We'll close out the collective. Here's what I know, feminine. You're not going to like it. Ready? We're holding space. We're holding space. Wondrous universe, walk in beauty. Distant thunder, clear the air. What was it? A blessing of the air. Do you guys think it's a coincidence? Rainbow blessings. Blessings are showering your life. And again, something blocking our doorway. On the bottom, some Scorpio energy. Transformation, a fresh new way of living emerges. All right, guys, that's going to be your collective reading. I hope that reading was helpful. I'm going to clean up really quickly, and we're going to start with Cancer. Super base. In the end, we won't want to. In the end, we'll be so grateful. But sometimes it can be hard to keep pushing. It's not like there's really an option, though, right? It's not like we can just quit, like Spirit would just let us sit down and be like, oh, okay. I'll stop sending you all those signs. It's not really how it works, I guess. I'm almost ready. Angelia on Facebook, hello. All right, guys, here we go. 2955 Cancer. Cancer. This is going to be for February 25th through March 2nd. Somebody has a Cancer placement at 29 degrees. Like I heard it as soon as I wrote down the time. All right, let's do energy of the week, and I am using the Black Moon Astrology cards. And I mean, that could be, I don't know, go check your Cancer. I never say sun, moon, rising. Remember, we have all 12 pieces of the pie. So go check what house is Cancer for you and what is at 29 degrees, 28, 29 degrees. All right, we have the lunar eclipse changes here. So we have solar eclipse coming. Lunar eclipse is like when something is pulled out from like the depths, something that's been hidden for a long time gets brought to the surface. I feel like this has actually already happened. This is probably talking about the lunar eclipse that we experienced at the end of 2023 that has brought change. I feel like now you're going to experience this change, Cancer. Mercury retrograde reinvention is on the bottom, and I just talked about that Mercury retrograde. The last Mercury retrograde actually went direct on January 1st of this year, and that was where that particular Mercury retrograde was teaching us how to speak the things that we want into existence and not the things that we don't want. So ready? So I have been speaking the things that I don't want, but I will say this. I used to do it subconsciously, didn't realize I was doing it. Now I'm realizing that I'm doing it. Sometimes I'll stop. All right, challenge or obstacle for Cancer. You have the walking away card, definitely. The attachment card, ouch, I didn't see that coming. At 7th chakra. On the bottom, anxiety. You're worried about something that you don't need to be worried about. It's like goddess of the moon. It's like, you know, highly intuitive. It's like, you know, it's almost like that conversation that I was talking about earlier, where I said, like, I wish I could just sit at the table, you know, and just ask, like, what's the plan? What are we doing here? I do feel, again, this is going to be the end of last year. 43, the 7, that's going to be that 7-year karmic cycle. I'm definitely right here at this point where it's like, I'm trying, do I want to go back and repeat this nonsense? I mean, no, of course I don't. But it's, I don't know. It's definitely like this energy where like the new change isn't here. You know how I always talk about like the cycles? There's like this little piece at the bottom of the cycle and like it hasn't closed out all the way. It's like we've been sitting at this little piece for so long that some of us are so over it and we're starting to like self-sabotage. We're starting to like go back to the things that we know we're supposed to walk away from, right? Shadow work is going to be important. And it's really interesting because I've been putting my shadow work off, and I'm definitely at this point in the journal where it actually would be very beneficial for me to probably pick that journal back up. 7th chakra is the outcome, and that is your crown chakra. That is your connection to spirit. All right, lunar eclipse, the change, Knight of Swords. It's a breakup. Breaking free of something that was holding you down, holding you back. You have the Teacher card coming out, and you have the Ten of Pentacles. So pretty much what I just said. You have great purpose here, Cancer, and something was just trying to hide that from you or keep something from you. I just got that, like I just heard the message that not every supporter has the best intentions. Not really sure who that's for or what that means, but walking away says you do have to walk away from something. It's going to be someone from your past. You do have Two of Pentacles. There could be more than one. And you have Queen of Wands. Two of Pentacles, I think it's more of like making the right decision, picking the right path, doing what you can with what you have, that type of energy. Like, be confident that you can do this. I think right now, Cancer, it's just the lack of confidence. All right, attachment is here. Look at this. That's that Five of Cups. Loss, despair, Cancer. There's no words for this card. There's no energy. Like, I mean, I know some cards like are specific for certain signs. I wouldn't be surprised if the Five of Cups is Scorpio energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that deep, deep, deep darkness. Cancer, there's something you're pushing down, holding back. When I got to this certain part, and it is about relationships in the shadow book. So for those of you that have the shadow book and have been doing it, the shadow journal, been doing it, that's where I'm at. So it's like, that's where I put it down. That's where I was like, oh, you know what, maybe, maybe this is too much for me right now, right? And it's interesting because then I went through this whole thing over Valentine's, which is now like my least favorite holiday, by the way. And so now it's like it would be the perfect time for me to pick up that journal and be working on that situation, because it's like it's repetitive cycles. It's same monster, different face, right? Seven of Cups, same monster, different face. Five of Swords, same thing. We have Scorpio, Death card coming out, Seventh chakra. Three of Swords, Ten of Swords. Cancer, I think around, I don't know, I would say October of last year, you broke free from something that was holding you back from being able to pursue your goals. I think it is someone from your past that maybe you've had a repetitive cycle with before. I think there was great loss, great disappointment. That's what it is, right? It's not great loss, it's great disappointment. And I feel like that could have blocked or got in the way of your connection with spirit. So like this just happened to me, and I totally feel like it did. I'm angry at spirit. Have y'all ever been angry at spirit before? Leo and Scorpio. All right, let's pull Sacred Traveler. Solitude. In silence, peace prevails. Surrendering to the journey. release, control. I do see the crossing bridges. Cleansing waters, purification activates vibrant life force. Taking shelter is on the bottom. The answers are within. All right, Cancer Moonology Oracle to close it out. Definitely spending some time on your own because it's a time for healing. And I mean, that's really it. Your commitment is being tested, definitely. And expect powerful change. Look at that new moon eclipse and lunar eclipse. You do have that solar eclipse coming up. I should know when the next lunar eclipse is, but I don't have it off the top of my head. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius is on the bottom. All right, Cancer, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. If it was, guys, tap that like button for me. I'm going to clean up really quickly, and we're going to move on to Scorpio. I'm almost there. Lahoma Cruz says, I just got on and 43 is my master number with my guides. I love that. Oh, it was the lunar eclipse card. All right, Scorpio. Here we go. Look at the numbers jump when we get to Scorpio. How weird is that? And there's like a person in here. Look, I'm going to click on it. Let me go back over. Hold on. There was like someone in here waiting. Right there. See it? November 8th, 1988. I said, I like all the 8s. Oh, the Scorpios. Scorpio could be frustrated, like something could be taking too long. All right, let's timestamp 4418. Scorpio, this is for February 25th through March 2nd. It should be a lucky week for you, Scorpio, a lucky week. Big wins this week, big wins. Fifth house, creativity, coming up with new ideas. Jupiter return, benefits, big wins this week, Scorpio. About time, right? Challenge or obstacle could be the sun. Sun trying to fall out. It is about, I think you're looking for happiness. You're trying to go towards happiness. You could be trying to control something. You may need to cleanse something. All right, man, holding a heart. That's probably what you're cleansing, right? Rest and rejuvenation. Door to romance. Didn't see that coming. That totally changes that, doesn't it? All right, the thinking man is on the bottom. So the thinking man says that you realize you have something of great value, Scorpio, but maybe you're not sure what to do with it just yet. Um, 29, Scorpio, it's the I'm having one of those moments. Leap day. Leap day, 29th. Something lucky, Scorpio, something lucky. And it could have something to do with love. And I mean, you could be manifesting it. It's going to be a certain person. This is either a certain person or this is you trying to become this person. Because man holding a heart is really, really specific. Talks about someone who's very loyal, faithful, honest. Dedicated, driven. And not scared of his emotions. So Scorpio, it's in your challenges or obstacles. It's either you or another person around you. And if it's another person around you, you manifested it. If it's you, you healed to become this person. And now this opportunity is here. If you're the Scorpio that's like, running around delivering a cup of love to everybody that you meet, I mean, it could be saying that you need to work on this, heal this, and maybe, door to romance, like you see that the heart is locked away in a cage. I'm not saying lock your heart away. I'm just saying maybe be more selective. All right, fifth house, creativity. The Devil. Capricorn energy. It's definitely the two people in the fire. It's unhealthy. It's toxic. You're coming up with new ideas on how to break free from this energy. Three of Swords, healing is what's needed. Ten of Pentacles. It's almost like the same cards that came out for Cancer. It's this energy of like you're gonna have to heal something before you can achieve something. Like Spirit's not going to let us reach this Ten of Pentacles until we go internally and heal something. Something that's toxic, unhealthy, not serving the greater good of anyone or anything. Something about the masks are sticking out to me, like two people that wear a mask, or like people that pretend to be like life's a certain way, but it's, really not. One thing you're going to notice on this journey is like Spirit doesn't let you be inauthentic. if you see other inauthentic people out here talking about twin journeys, if they're trying to sell you, you know, something that says you can cut the cord, don't buy it. Don't buy it. And they may not even be on this specific journey, because when you're on this specific type of journey, it's like, you know, certain things and you can't get away from them. And masculine energy just recently, like, woke up, right? So it's like they just recently started tapping into this collective power. They just recently started manifesting these successes, or these like leveling up things, or like wins, right? Like life wins, right? And it's like, now that you have tapped into this energy, now that spirit knows that, you know, spirit's not going to let you go sit back down. You see what I mean? Now you're going to have to do the work. There's that Knight of Cups. What did I say? Delivering your cup. Scorpio, big confirmation. That's coming to an end. And Three of Pentacles. And look at that. I picked the Gilded Tarot. Normally, Three of Pentacles, the people on the church roof, or, you know, working in the pews, and it's like it talks about teamwork and respect and all this type of stuff. We also have Llewellyn. Remember Llewellyn? I think we used yesterday. Three of Pentacles, she was by herself. Three of Pentacles, he's by himself. The work still has to be done. The person that is supposed to be standing next to you is probably not standing there. The work still has to be done. It could be like a transformation in who you're partnering with. That definitely could be too. Rest and rejuvenation is going to be lesson learned to help you with this challenge or obstacle. I think this is actually what's happening right now. You're just really being asked to go within. You're being asked to meditate. You're being asked to cleanse. You're being asked to participate in your spiritual practices. You have Two of Wands, making an important decision. Four of Cups, participate. Four of Cups is ignoring something. Like Spirit's trying to give you the ingredients you need to heal something, do something, and you're like, I don't know if I'm ready yet. I don't know. The Hanged Man, oh, I don't know if I'm ready yet. I'm going to wait till all these coins fall out, and then I may decide I'm ready to go heal this situation. Pisces energy. So this is supposed to be lesson learned, but I feel, like I said, I feel like this is something that's happening this week. So it's like, this is not the first time you've had to learn this lesson, Scorpio. How many times do the coins have to fall out before you're like, oh, I'm going to do something a different way? Door to romance, the world, there's your different way. New opportunity. Ten of Swords brings something painful to a completion. Nine of Swords, by going within and processing that trauma that makes you do this. On the bottom, Queen of Pentacles. Capricorn energy. Pisces energy. Scorpio energy. Cancer energy. Several major arcanas for Scorpio. All right, let's pull some guidance. Gates of triumph. Success expands in your life. Miracles. Expect the wondrous to emerge. Breaking trail. A breakthrough is at hand. Finding sanctuary. Opening to your spiritual source is on the bottom. The gates of triumph is like, it's time, is what I'm hearing. It's time. It's like you were already reaching these gates of triumph and something happened and you self-sabotaged, right? And it's like, now that, like I said earlier, now that you know, now that Spirit knows that you know, it's like, now you're going to walk through the gates. think it's weird because it's like the Scorpio feels like the only way they're supposed to walk through these gates of triumph is if like they've healed this. If they are, like a healed version of themselves, right? Like they can only walk through the gate at this type of energy. And that's not really true. You're going to walk through the gate at this type of energy. You're going to walk through the gate going towards your success, knowing that Spirit's got you, has your back, and you're going to process this trauma and heal as you're moving towards your success. It's not like you have to go, oh no, I'm just not going to be successful. I'm just going to sit here in my sadness or in my, failures or in my whatever and not move forward, right? Like, no, you still have to move forward. And the success is here. You just have to process the trauma. It keeps you doing this. And this can be a lot of things. Like this cup of love can be a lot of things. The energy is that you aren't loyal to something. Like, let's say you have this one thing, right? You have this one thing. I don't know what it is. You have this one thing. And it's like you're supposed to have this one thing and take care of this one thing, and you use it. You use it to the max, right? Like you max it out. And then it's like someone else comes along and is like, instead of you taking care of this one, they're like, here, there's another one. And you're like, with your cup of love, oh, wait, I want that one too, and that one too, and that one. You see what I'm trying to say? Like, stop doing that. Don't let your past hold you back. It's the South Node. Adjustments are required. It's the third quarter moon. And a personal issue reaches a resolution. It's going to be a full moon in Cancer, and that's going to be that new world card here as the outcome. New opportunities to make better choices, Scorpio. Your dreams need a practical plan. A full moon in Taurus is on the bottom. All right, Scorpio, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. I'm going to clean up really quickly, and we're going to move on to Pisces. Tell me, who has 3 planets on which sign? I don't know, Sandra. I don't know if that's what I'm telling you. For some people, that's strays, right? And as in animals. So for some people, it's strays as in people. For some people, it's a bunch of men or a bunch of women. For some people, it's credit cards, debt, right? I mean, it's all kinds of different things for so many, right? I can't be both for me. I want to see about the interesting chart, the 3 planets. I missed that, and I can't. It's not going to let me see it because She said all fire. Okay, so you have all 12 pieces of the pie. You may not have any planets in that pie, but it doesn't mean you don't have that pie. Like, for example, let's pretend that you have nothing in your second house. Well, it doesn't mean you don't have any assets, right? Like, it doesn't mean you don't have anything in this whole life. Like, you have a car, right? You have a home, you have a job, you see what I'm saying? So even if you don't have planets in a house, it doesn't mean you don't have that energy. This zodiac and this, like, the way people have been doing these like horoscopes and all this stuff has been so wrong this whole time. It's just been so freaking wrong. People are walking around going, I'm a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio. You know what I mean? It's like, are you though? You know what I mean? Like it takes a lot more than just your sun sign. But my question is, you're saying off fire. Is it like, do we have like a sun, moon, rising going on here? Is that what's happening? She said NET. Is it sun, moon, rising? I know someone else with sun, moon, rising in Aries. How awesome is that, though? I mean, tell me, yes, the sun, moon, rising. I need to know. It's just driving me crazy. Um, I talk about him often. It's a friend of ours here in the town I live in. And I talk about how I recently found out that he was like three, no, maybe it's not three Aries, but it's three fire, sun, moon, rising. And I was like, now if you have sun, moon, rising in Aries, that is definitely a chart that I want to see. Definitely. Like I'd almost offer to do it for free. You know? All right. I've been saying I want us to start like doing, I don't know when like maybe Spirit will put an extra day in the week, but I want us to start doing lives where we talk about astrology more. Like on the astrology report nights, I'd like to like pick a certain chart and just discuss that person's chart, like whoever volunteers, right? And if like we don't have any volunteers, I'd like to do like celebrity charts. I think celebrity charts are so much fun, and they're so easy to learn from because we all know celebrity lives, right? Like their lives are so public and out there in the public, right? And their personalities are so public and out there in the public, right? But yeah, that's something I've been thinking about, like wanting to do. I definitely feel like Spirit has had like this hold. Like I'm still fighting with Google. I'm still in the battle with Google. So it's like I feel like there's this like something like pressing us down, like holding us down, and it's like it's slightly starting to come up. It's like the closer we get to April, like I feel like it's gonna lift more. You know what I'm saying? But like right now, it's definitely still feels like very restrictive. All right, Pisces 10222. Pisces, this is going to be for February 25th through March 2nd. Y'all, my son, who I was just talking about, his person, a fiance. Well, I don't know, I don't know how these things work these days. But they, he's a Pisces, March 3rd, Pisces, my youngest. All right, Pisces, Black Moon Oracle for energy of the week. That was a weird split. Ooh, look at this. The Black Moon Lilith comes out. Pisces, I believe, comes out. Something about your spiritual belief system could be changing, and you could be starting to, what do they call it? What's the word? So when I first started studying astrology, I kind of stayed away from Lilith, Black Moon energy, because it's this energy of something darker within ourselves that some people would say need healing, right? But as I started working in that shadow journal, um, I started to really tap into this energy, my own, and I'm almost to the point where like I'm starting to see this more as like a superpower instead of something that I need to heal. You see what I'm saying? Um, it's almost like, Lilith is the energy that here's a perfect example. If there's a man in my face, I am not one to back down. I am not one to go cry in a corner. There are some women that if a man gets in their face and, talks to them a certain way, they just crumble, right? Um, my Lilith, I feel like it makes me stronger. It makes me able or capable of handling things that maybe other people couldn't. Number 12. All right, let's see if you're healing or celebrating, Pisces. I feel like Pisces reading last week, I can't really remember it, but I want to say it was really high vibe, like really positive energy. This is giving me an energy of like standing up for yourself. Woman holding a heart is here. It's interesting. You could be standing up for yourself. Be cautious because woman holding a heart and challenges or obstacles. It says this woman comes into your environment to teach you about unconditional love. Also, number 44. Journey card is here. Indecision is here. Caring connection is here. You're trying to choose between. It could be a soulmate and a twin. You're trying to choose between something that you really love and something that you think you either have to have or you want. But you're going to have to, like, you can't have both. It's definitely, you're not getting both. It's like one or the other type of energy. It's like you can't have your cake and eat it too, Pisces. The numbers are sticking out to me. 1, 2, 4, 4, 2, 8. All right, let's look at Black Moon Lilith. Scorpio comes out right away. The Death card. There's an ending, closure to something so that you are able to move forward into something else. Seven of Swords is here. It could have something to do with distrust, disbelief, maybe not telling someone something. Ace of Wands is here. Fate, destiny. I feel like you think that one of these choices has something to do with your fate or destiny. I mean, we do have the Journey card here. I'm just saying. And we also have the Death card. And then we have Judgment, which is purpose, right? Hearing your calling. Maybe unconditional love is your calling because you're on this journey, right, Pisces? Queen of Swords is here, but I'm getting there's some harsh words being spoken. And the Six of Pentacles is here. It could have something to do with money. It could have something to do with feeling like something's not being split up fairly. The Journey card, Wheel of Fortune, it's time to go. 9 of Cups, divine wishes being granted. 9 of Pentacles, it's time to get to work. This is your lifetime after your lifetime partner. Somebody's headed towards their twin. Indecision, Queen of Pentacles. You pick the job, you pick the career, you pick becoming your own resource. The Lovers, which aligns you to the twin, which is what I just said, right? And 8 of Swords, self-restriction. All right, you're going to have to choose. You're not choosing, Pisces. Love or money? I don't think it's love or money because I don't think you're actually in love with the person that I pick up with first. I don't think you don't love them, but it's like, it doesn't have to be a person, Pisces. Let's say this is 2 jobs, right? It's 2 jobs. And like one of them, pays really well, but it's really far away. And the other one, it doesn't pay as well, but it's super close, right? And it's like you're just having to choose, having to choose. And I think that you think you're choosing, Spirit's never, when we're on this journey, Spirit is never, ever, that's not true. Dang it. Oh my gosh, I was fixing to say that Spirit's not going to ask you to only choose the twin. But that's not true. We are being asked to hold space. But it's like if you don't step up and choose this journey, this path that your soul chose, if you stay in this comfort zone, you're just gonna keep staying stuck. The Eight of Swords, it's like a stuck in a self-restriction, like telling yourself you can't do something, you can't have something. The twin journey is here loudly with the Lovers. And it is this energy. Remember, I know we want to be like, oh, it's this great love story, right? But really, the Lovers is about us choosing ourselves each day. That very difficult decision when we choose ourselves to heal and love ourselves so that we can become better people, partners, right? Like all these things. It's definitely this energy, Pisces, of having to take responsibility, do the work, make a decision, stay focused on that path. The moon is on the bottom. There is fear. There's a lot of fear, Pisces. It's not fear like you're scared something bad's going to happen to you. It's like fear that if you choose something different. See, when you choose to stay in the comfort zone in front of the tree, it's not really comfortable there. You don't have a clear view. It's freaking cold outside. You're not getting to where you're going. There's no destination, right? So it's like, it's not comfortable, but you feel safe there because it's what you know. You've stood there for so long that this is what you know. This is the week. You're going to have to overcome the fear. Choose to heal you. Choose what's better for you. I mean, it could be your energy, the moon card. It could be Cancer. I feel like it's just your fear. The Lovers, Gemini energy, and Scorpio coming out strongly with death and judgment. Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarius. I feel like this is the week. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces is the last one. And it seems like they were all three very similar. So it does seem like this is the week where the water signs push through that last little bit of something. And it's like they break the surface, right? The Wheel of Fortune, Nine of Cups, and Nine of Pentacles is like, this is what you asked for. This is what you prayed for. And I mean, it's the Journey card. You're definitely going to have to leave some baggage behind. Navigating by the stars, follow your bliss. Desert Passage, trust that there's a divine plan. And Journey by Moonlight, believe in magic. On the bottom, choose your path, all is possible. You definitely have somewhere to go. Choose your path, all is possible. All right. And again, Pisces, I get this feeling that it's not about the who or the what. It's about just picking one and sticking to it. A new start is coming. It's the new moon. What do you need to release? It's the waning moon. And a time to give rather than take. It's new moon in Virgo. On the bottom, don't let pride get in your way. It's full moon in Leo. That's it, guys. That's it for your water signs. I hope those were helpful. If it was, make sure to tap that like button for me. I'm going to clean up really quickly, guys. And this is it. This is the time where if you have a question, you would like some guidance, now you can let me know in the comments. I will wrap it up very quickly. So if you are waiting, if you've waited this time, please let me know. Thank you, everyone who came in and hung out with me. I appreciate you guys. Tomorrow night, we have the earth signs. The earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So don't forget, guys, that's going to be Wednesday night. Thursday, we have air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Friday night, we're going to do the monthly twin flame current energy update. And I did go ahead and post that. It is over on our YouTube channel and Facebook page, so you guys can hit that join and notify me button so it gives you an alert right before we start. Excuse me. Lilith and Capricorn, 12th house. 21% fire, 15% earth, and 32% water. Nice. Oh, yes, absolutely. Excuse me. I always give you a good night kiss, and I heard like from a young child till last night. I always give you a good night kiss. I know that you still need me in your life, so I make my presence known in order to comfort you. I enlarge my energy so that you can clearly feel me standing next to you, and I move significant objects that remind you of our shared times together. When you are ready to go to sleep, I always visit with a loving kiss to tuck you safely into bed. My love for you has been elevated to its purest level, and I am now as close to being an angel as a human soul can be. So when I'm with you, please know that my intentions are solely to help and comfort you. Of course, I receive great happiness from sharing more time with you, but ultimately, my goodnight kisses are my way of bringing heavenly healing energy into your life. There was a couple of things that stuck out to me, and I didn't stop reading to say them. But it's definitely going to be like a good night kiss every night, which kind of makes me feel like maybe when you were a child, this happened also, right? But there's also something about like things being moved. And I'm also hearing like when you're correct or when you're right about something, I move things. So if you're seeing things moved, it's like confirmation. All right. I hope that was helpful. Yes, no Kleenex needed today. I had a good spell right before we started. Maybe we'll just practice that. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for coming in here, hanging out with me. I appreciate you ladies so very much, always helping in the comments. Thank you, thank you. And to all the new people, make sure you hit that follow button, join button, hit your notifications to all. Tomorrow, Earth Signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, 8 p.m. Central Time. I'm always, always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Have a good night, everyone.